And I met you in the sun. So my heart beats down. We fell in love as the leaves turn brown. And we can be together, baby.
Yeah, this is archive of our own. All right. Yeah, man. I don't know. Chonch, give me a franchise. Any franchise.
Franchise.
Yeah.
You know what? Hold up. Hair was everywhere. Anyways, franchise.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm curious. Let's see if there's anything weird going on with the Transformers.
All right. Transformers. What do we got? All right, that's fine. I understand. I understand. I understand. Let me in.
Do you know?
I do.
Let me in, damn it!
I think I used to have an account on here. I don't remember what it was though. All right, so let's see what we got. We got this one. This one came out recently. It's got one chapter.
Recently.
Yeah, 16th of March. So it's the 23rd now.
Fresh meat.
That was 7 days ago. It's just called Transformers. Let's take a look at it.
14 words.
Last night.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
How to say
So
blah
blah blah blah blah blah blah blah. JK grid or rid that's pretty good.
I feel like that turd is a.
I'm gonna leave that one a kudos. I'm gonna leave that one a like. It's got 35 hits. It's pretty solid. All right, let's go. Let's take another look. Let's take another look. What do we got?
What the fuck happened to the car?
That one. So can I filter? I don't think you can. So we're just gonna go with this, I guess. Transformers. All right, so
I wonder if the dates start if you also include the month.
I'm not sure.
Followed by the year.
I'm just gonna scroll for a little bit. Just gonna scroll. We're gonna hit page 6 for 6-7 purposes.
Look at the first two found. Top corner.
Oh hell no.
What? Oh, you're right. Impressive noticing skills. You got good perception. Let's go with probably want something short. Yeah, here we go. Chapters 1 of 1. Transformers Ascension. Alright. Summary. After the Great War, the Transformers have left Earth, leaving it to 200 years of peace. But when two young archaeologists and their strange professor accidentally jumpstart an old console, they will put Earth right back on the intergalactic map. And this time, it's not just old enemies Earth has to worry about. This is also available on fanfiction.net. Alright, so this is pretty substantial. This is a pretty substantial story here. So I will I'll put on a voice for this. I'll put on a nice solid impression of whatever I can do. Millions of years ago, a peaceful planet known as Cybertron erupted into chaos. The military hardware known as the Decepticons wanted domination over the planet. The slave robots, otherwise known as the Autobots, wanted peace. Primitive planets such as Earth were plundered by the Decepticons for energy to fuel their armies. The Autobots' leader, Optimus Prime, vowed to protect the humans from Decepticons, aligning themselves with the humans. Optimus Prime and the Autobots forced the Decepticons from Earth at the expense of his own existence. Okay. Sorry, that was grammatical typos there. During a giant battle, Optimus Prime and Megatron destroy each other. Optimus Prime is succeeded by Rodimus Prime. Is that a real character?
Rodimus?
Rodimus? Is Rodimus a real character? Hold on a minute.
I don't think it is.
Rodimus. Hold on. Rodimus Prime. Is this like a real Oh, it is. It is a real character.
Holy shit.
So this, okay. Alright, fair enough.
What's he into? Like a hot rod or something?
I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like some sort of fancy car.
I know this.
With like big smokestacks on it, like smoke pipes. The big exhaust. Let's see. Megatron is ejected from the ship by Starscream in hopes of finally becoming the leader of the Decepticons. A giant planet destroyer called the Unicron strikes a deal with Megatron to destroy the Autobot matrix of leadership. Unicron transforms Megatron into Galvatron. With the fall of Megatron and the Decepticons beaten, they retreat to a burned-out planet called Char. That's a good one. I like that. I don't know if that's a real thing in Transformers. I don't know anything about Transformers besides the Michael Bay movies.
Neither do I.
But, you know, that's thematic. I like it. Galvatron continues the assault on Cybertron for years before Rodimus makes the bold decision and seeks the help of the Quintessence in hopes of bringing Optimus Prime back to life, which is successful, as he once again keeps the Decepticons at bay. With the final attempt on Cybertron, Galvatron attempts to open the plasma energy chamber, but due to a hiccup, the Autobot ship is blasted across the galaxy and crash lands on Nebulus. That must be the name of a planet. Where the Autobots and Decepticons merge with Organics to become Headmasters and Target Masters. Two awesome new cities are created.
I feel like
what the fuck does that say? Scorponok and Fortress Maximus. Spike and the Organics return Cybertron to another golden age. Scorponok and the Decepticons... What? Okay, hold on a minute. So they created a city named Scorponok. Are they saying the Decepticons they founded Scorponok and then the whole city on this planet with the Decepticons in it got blasted into another galaxy? I'm assuming that's what they mean. I'm
Possibly.
lost. I'm extremely lost. The Autobots that merged with Organics returned to Nebulus in Fortress Maximus to continue to fight and rebuild. On the ruins of Lasson, a new citadel for the Cybertronian Council is erected with the chairman as Optimus Prime. With peace restored throughout the galaxy, trade becomes strong amongst other planets, but the Cybertronian size still intimidated other planets. The Autobots decided to create a new race of emissaries known as the Maximals. The Maximals are just a bit taller than humans, but far less intimidating to other races. After hundreds of years, the surviving Autobots retired to different worlds, leaving Cybertron to the Maximals to take care of. The remaining Decepticons who had surrendered were reprogrammed into Predacons, both as a safety precaution and so they could fit into the new Cybertronian society. With new training partners, the Maximals developed a new kind of engine for their ships, trans-warp drives. Whoa, this story's got trans in it? I don't know, man. I don't know if I can handle that.
I don't know.
I don't know about this one. They're warping
Then again,
They're warping the fucking trans people, man. They're fucking warping them.
Yeah, but if their warped heads have been warped again, does that mean they're straight?
I don't know.
Or
do
are they
they warp the gender?
Dragons.
Do they warp the Pinar into a Vagooter? I'm not sure. This engine allowed maximal ships to dart across the universe in the blink of an eye. Was also discovered later on travel through time. Okay, so it's an engine that runs on trans people. It's just like a big Discord server.
They
where
feed trans people to run.
They make trans people run on treadmills in there. Or maybe, well, okay, they're Transformers. Maybe when they say trans for them, it's like the twink robots that are on Discord at the time. Yeah, that's the noise trans people make when they go through top surgery.
Oh my god.
See, that's why they'll never film that medical procedure, because they can't have us knowing that they make that noise. All right. Let's see what we got. So, One night, the council was raided and a golden disc was stolen by a Predacon, seizing the name Megatron, who wanted to finish the work that the original Megatron started. Megatron assumed control of the Predacons and stole a Maximal ship in order to go back in time to prehistoric Earth. The ship was intercepted by a Maximal science vessel named Axelon, which is captained by Optimus Primal. Who the fuck are these people, man? This has got to be like in the show or something, or the comic books or whatever.
I think I know who Optimus Primal is. He might be a comic character.
Okay. After
I don't know who this
chasing
Axelon guy is.
That's not.
Sounds like
That's a ship. It's a ship.
Oh, my bad.
After chasing the Predacons through a trans-warp window, the ship opens fire on each other, or the ships open fire on each other, dealing critical hits to both ships, which caused both to crash land on prehistoric Earth. In this era, Earth is being terraformed by a race of corporeal entities known as the VOC. Is it VOC? VOC? VOS? I'm not sure. To help future humans. When the Predacons and the Maximals wage war on prehistoric Earth, the VOC... I'm going to go with VOC. The VOC attempt to destroy the planet to start over, but fail. It is then discovered that the Beast Wars fall in the era just after the first humans start to evolve from primates, and before the Autobots and Decepticons even awaken on the Ark. Using 2 escape shuttles from the Ark, the Maximals catch Megatron and blast him back into space through the trans-warp window. So we're talking about second Megatron, I think. We're talking about the guy that stole Megatron's name and is pretending to be Megatron. So that's Megatron 2. The Maximals follow soon after and discover stellar cycles have passed since they first left and Megatron was in control of the planet. This is the start of the Beast Machines.
Holy shit, I forgot.
With Megatron's virus having destroyed life all over the planet, the surviving Maximals are summoned by an organic AI known as the Oracle, which saves the Maximals by transforming them into techno-organics. So cyborgs? I think that's what they're talking about. Optimus Primal sacrifices both himself and Megatron, bringing a new piece to Cybertron, which completely transforms Cybertron into a techno-organic planet. After the Beast Machines, Cheetor returns through time to prehistoric Earth after the Beast Wars ended and strikes a deal with the VOC to have Earth completely removed from history, which will mean no life form in the galaxy will ever know its existence after the era of the Great War. The VOC agrees and removes Earth from history, thus creating a new timeline where Earth was forgotten about after the Great War was over. On Earth, hundreds of years passed. They used the wrong tense of past there. And the War of the Transformers becomes nothing more than a mere myth and legend. This is where our story begins. Okay. We're finally at the beginning of the story, Chonch. That was all precursor information. How are you feeling right now before we continue?
I understand it's classified information, but I really want to know how they get those trans people to power that stuff.
It's a great question. I think trans people are like... I honestly think they must have like electric elementals. You know, like they're electric element Pokemon style sort of thing. I mean, how else would they run Discord servers just from their pure, you know, body essence?
I take it they're weak to water then.
Yeah, probably in some variety. Maybe large bodies of water. I'm not sure.
Free humans.
Okay, so we got Earth 2221. Location Metroplex Hills. Dash day. I'm assuming they're saying it's daytime. 3 human archaeologists.
What time of day?
What?
What time of day?
Look, motherfucker, the sun is up. That's all you need to know.
Am I getting omelets or am I getting a sandwich?
I'm gonna fucking...
That's the time of day.
I'm gonna beat you to death. That's what you're gonna get. Let me finish. Damn. 3 human archaeologists led by Dr. Marco are researching an ancient myth found in the old archives. Dr. Marco's companions, Destiny and Zack, are contemplating why they even bothered to come on the trip, ... Dr. Marco, what exactly... Okay, this is a girl, actually. Dr. Marco, what exactly are we looking at? Actually, no, I'm keeping the original voice. Dr. Marco, what are we exactly looking for again? Destiny asked, stumbling on some loose rock as they climbed a small dirt hill.
What the fuck is this?
Dr. Marco, to his credit, didn't look hot or tired like his younger companions. No, instead, he seemed to be full of excitement. An ancient city left behind after the Great Purge. Over 200 years ago, our history documented an alien race using our planet as a battleground. They had built their own city to use as their main headquarters. Once the war was over, they seemingly abandoned it here and left. Dr. Marco answered cheerfully. The young male, Zach, the young Moid, as I refer to him, the young Moid, was grumbling under his breath about the heat and the hike and decided to add his own 2 cents. Well, I believe that there is other life out there, but I don't believe for 1 second that they ever came here.
A bathroom with 2 sinks.
Dr. Marco paused in his step, turning to face Zach with a curious smile. You never know, my boy. Dr. Marco responded cryptically before continuing on leading their group. Destiny had a smirk on her face as she moved closer to Zach. And what do you think to base that assumption on?
Yeah, the fucking...
Destiny questioned curiously about Zach's thoughts. Zach waved his arms around himself for emphasis. I mean, look at us. Should I say more? Just because you don't look good, don't try to drag me down. Destiny teased, giving Zach a wink before catching up with Dr. Marco. Zach pretended to look hurt from the comment. Ouch! But Destiny just smiled at him, knowing he wasn't really hurt by it. The small group stopped on top of the mound for a water break when both Zach and Destiny immediately take advantage of sitting on a few raised rocks and downing their waters, like they'd been starved of water for days. Dr. Marco was sipping his water in a more conserved rate, just observing their surroundings, when he noticed White under some rocks nearby. He got up, leaving behind his water and pack, making these 2 students look up at him in confusion. But he didn't notice them focusing instead on a strange white object. What the heck is... I feel like, I mean, I guess he'd probably say that. What the heck is this? I forgot his accent. I don't know. Marco thought out, yeah, old accent, old man. He's from old man country, where everybody's just, he's from the beach that makes you old. Dr. Marco thought out loud as he pulled out a brush from one of his many pockets and swept some of the dirt away, only to reveal the white object was far bigger than expected. By this time, Destiny and Zach were standing behind him, looking over his shoulders, also confused at the discovery. What is that? Destiny commented quietly. Dr. Marco stood up quickly, forcing Destiny and Zach to back up as he hurried back to their gear and pulled out a small bag that contained small mini drones. He also grabbed his tablet, which he used to activate them, setting them to do a deep image scan of the area around the white object. Both Zach and Destiny watched as the image scan started to reveal that the white object was only a part of something far larger than they could have ever imagined. Imagined. No. Imagine. There's no D on the end of that. The tablet projected an image scan as a hologram that allowed the 3 archaeologists to interact with it. The scan revealed that they were standing on a small section of a seemingly huge city that had been buried beneath their feet. I kind of want to pause right here.
Nothing to me, man.
So, I mean, as far as we're going with this story, you know, they said that this city, this is 200 years ago, this city was used as a battleground and a headquarters. And then the alien race abandoned it, right? So, how'd it get buried in 200 years? Like, completely buried. Usually that doesn't happen. I mean, I guess it's possible. Maybe they buried the city. We don't know yet. Let's see.
Maybe something...
Go ahead.
Maybe something cataclysmic happened. And
they did say the
been given
Great
any
Purge,
context
yeah.
like that.
Yeah, you're right. Wow, it really does exist. You know what this means, Professor? Destiny commented in sheer amazement, awe, and excitement. The hike wasn't a complete waste of time after all. Dr. Marco had his usual smile on his face finally. After all this time, he had found actual proof to back up his claims that everyone had dared to laugh at or believe is a legend. It exists! We found it! Dr. Marco agreed. Zach was in a state of shock that the old professor wasn't actually crazy about his claims. He had originally only come on this trip as a favor to Destiny, fully believing this was nothing more than another dead end. He was suddenly very grateful that Destiny had convinced him to tag along. This was a history-making discovery, and the 3 of them had found it by themselves. The trio gathered up their gear as Dr. Marco led the way, following the hologram specs to what was apparently an entrance to the city. So who named it? So who named it Metroplex Hills? Destiny asked as they walked down a rocky slope, carefully watching her feet so she didn't slip. It goes back to someone called Spike IYKYK. Is this a character in trans? I gotta know. Hold on. Hold on a fucking minute.
Spike Wiki.
Spike IYKYK.
Holy shit.
That's a character. Is he from Transformers?
That's his name. Yeah.
He is, yeah, from Gen 1. Okay. He's the son of Sparkplug Witwicky?
What the fuck? What does he look like?
I'm kind of curious.
I don't think he has a character. Hold up, look it up.
Oh shit, I opened Inspect Element, my bad. Sparkplug. He does have a character. That's him. I think it's the old guy.
Won't lie.
Older guy.
For a guy named Sparkplug, I'm not surprised he's fat.
I don't think he's fat. He's just built. Okay,
Built
so he has a
fit.
few different.
Hold up, never mind. He's got the.
He's got the Uncle
Fuck,
Ben
what's his
look.
name?
He's got the Uncle Ben
Yeah.
look from Ben 10.
Ben 10. That's who I was thinking of.
All right. So who? Okay, we already got that. So it goes back to someone called Spike Witwicky. He laughed out he was laughed out of the scientific community due to his absurd claims of aliens existing, them raging a war on Earth, and him playing an important part in it. Dr. Marco. Oh, that was supposed to be a whole line. I'm sorry. Dr. Marco answered, not looking up once from the hologram. Zach, now knowing that the legend was true, was more curious and interested in the history than he had been before. What happened to him after that? Zach asked, genuinely interested. I don't know. It's unclear as to what happened to him afterward, though there are records showing he was married and had a son named Daniel. Why the fuck does his son have a normal name? Why the fuck? So his son has got a normal ass name. I mean, his last name's still weird. His last name's still fucking Witwicky. But it's him and his dad both just had fucking wild names.
Realistically, would you want to be named Daniel? Because I know I wouldn't.
That's true. That is a hellish existence that all Daniels live.
I'd rather be named Glopshitto.
Glupshitto. Dr.
Yeah.
Marco responded. Destiny suddenly felt a little unnerved and creeped out. She prided herself on being one of the few people on Earth that knew her family's history from the back of her hand, but now she really hoped this was just a coincidence. That's strange, Destiny murmured her thoughts out loud accidentally. Zach heard her and turned to look at her as she had stopped wrapping her arms around herself as if she was cold. What? Zach inquired, wondering why Destiny was suddenly looking like she was going to be sick. My surname is Witwicky, and my great-great-grandfather was named Daniel, Destiny explained. It could be a coincidence. The fuck it is. The fuck it is a coincidence. This motherfucker... Who has the last name Witwicky? Who has that?
Sparkplug.
Yeah, and he's related to her. You know, do you think Witwicky's a real last name? What do you think?
I think it actually might be.
I'm looking it up. Witwicky surname. Oh my god, it's fucking real. Oh, I feel like such an American. That is actually a last name. It's a very rare real-world surname, likely of Polish or Ukrainian origin, meaning the one from Witwicka, which I'm assuming is a town or village. Probably a region in Poland or Ukraine. The village of Witwicka, yeah. Okay.
Is it a pretty place, though?
I don't know. Witwicka. Village. If I can type.
Vicklet. Milkage.
Let's see. I don't know. It looks kind of nice. Where's it at? It's in Ukraine. Let me look at Google Maps real quick. Let's get some street view on this, John.
I don't think there is a street.
There
Aside
are,
from
in
the
fact,
menu we
streets.
see right
You're a
now.
goddamn liar. There's not any street view, but there are camera points. Oh, it's pretty. It's a little Russian looking, but it is pretty. You know, I remember a few years ago, or like a couple years ago.
Too bad these photos were taken when the trees are dead.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nearby area, at least. Everything else is still green.
Yeah. I wonder if maybe there's a better photo of like summer. Let's see. Maybe someone else took one in the summer. No, that's in the winter. It looks nice in the winter though. This is a pretty area. I'd visit there. They got a nice church. All right, let's get back to the story. Let's get back to the story. So, coincidence? I think not, children. Dr. Marco chimed in again, as being as cryptic as ever. His words didn't ease Destiny's nerves at all. Maybe she said maybe, trailed off as she continued to follow Dr. Marco. If she noticed that Zach was walking closer to her, she didn't voice it. She was just grateful for him being supportive. They stopped in a slopped crater. A slopped crater.
Sloped? Slop?
I think it's supposed to be sloped, but they put two P's. So a slopped crater of sorts, where
Sounds
one
awful.
side of the crater was just a thick, rocky wall face. The hologram indicated that behind the rock face was the entrance. Zach ran a hand over the wall, realizing the rock wasn't made out of quite rock as he first thought, but instead was made out of igneous rock. Wasn't made out of quite rock as he first thought, but was made out of igneous rock. I don't know what quiet rock? Is that what they meant? What the fuck's a quiet rock? Are they talking about like sedimentary rock? I don't know. What the hell happened here? Did a volcano erupt over the city? Zach questioned out loud as he held up a small broken piece of igneous rock. Dr. Marco came over and placed a hand on Zach's shoulder. That's exactly what happened, my boy. He answered, giving Zach's shoulder a light squeeze before moving over to Destiny. Zach looked at the rock in his hand before letting it fall from his hand absent-mindedly. That's comforting to know, he mumbled, not reassured by the professor's words. Destiny! Dr. Marco called. Destiny turned to face Dr. Marco, pausing in her own examination of the rock face. Contact the team. We're going to excavate the ruins. Dr. Marco ordered. Destiny nodded with a smile. She put her pack down to retrieve the satellite phone, which could connect to anywhere on Earth, no matter the distance. That's fucking wild. I mean, I know sat phones in real life, some really powerful ones can do that, but like even then, they still have, you know, some fucking. There's still some interference if you're contacting somebody on the other side of the planet. So that's a little much, I think. But I suppose if they're like professional archaeologists, maybe they got good equipment.
Satellites.
Location: Metroplex Hills. 7 months later. The team headed by Dr. Marco, Destiny, and Zach have been excavating the ruins for 7 months now, using the top of the edge technology to chip away at the rock without damaging the ancient city below it. Destiny was leading a small individual team who were covering one section of the huge wall on hover platforms. Zach was leading his own team, and Dr. Marco was going over the hologram plans with some other team leaders mapping out spots to excavate. This is huge, Destiny huffed as she pressed a button on her wristband, which lowered her hover platform to the ground. She just skipped off the platform, only partly stumbling, causing her to lean on the rock door for stability, when the ground started to shake and the entire rock wall started to come crashing down. Everyone backed up to avoid being crushed, and when the dust settled, a silence descended on the excavation team. The door could easily fit 50-plus humans standing in each other's shoulders. I think this has some... I don't know, Chonch. I've never stood in anybody's shoulders, personally.
They're getting a little too freaked out for me.
Yeah.
I don't want to be inside people like that.
Yeah. My feet in your shoulders? Can't even imagine it. And that isn't even counting the width of it. That's a huge-ass door, Zach commented as Destiny stood next to him. Dr. Marco stepped forward and placed his hand on the surprisingly cool solid metal, seemingly feeling it. Destiny looked at Zach, confused, who shrugged before they both approached the professor. Dr. Marco? Zach questioned, only to be startled when Dr. Marco's eyes flew open. Get the cutting torch, Dr. Marco ordered. Zach started to head to the gear, but stopped when the door suddenly creaked open. The humans covered their ears as a loud screeching noise as the door opened, seemingly for the first time in 200 years. Okay, but I guess, yeah,
Yeah, I would hurt you.
they would know it's been 200 years, I suppose. There was a big waft of stale air that made Zack and Destiny gag, but Dr. Marco didn't even flinch and instead was just staring at the dark entrance leading into the ancient city. Brandon,
Insane.
it's good to see you. We are currently reviewing
They're fake. They
a
don't
Transformers fan fiction. If you're
exist.
curious
Yeah.
what we're doing.
But, like, you
All right.
tighten the pitch.
Location: Metroplex Hills, night. Dr. Marco, Destiny, and Zack decided to be the first people to investigate the ancient cities, as they are the ones who found it, and once they marked areas for exploration, would send in others to help investigate. But Dr. Marco wanted only the three of them to investigate first. Armed with only flashlights, the 3D image scan, and their wits, they entered the huge dark halls that, despite all the time that had obviously passed, looking almost to be brand new, with the exception of a cobweb and some cracks in some of the older walling. Walling? Older walls?
Mechanism.
Siding? I'm not sure what they meant there. I'm assuming walls. Older walls. Why are the halls so dang huge? Oh, why are the halls so dang huge? Were they giants or something? Zack commented quietly, trying not to flinch at how loud his voice ended up sounding thanks to the echo the place had. The records don't mention their size at all. Fascinating. Dr. Marco responded as he touched a section of wall that was still in seemingly perfect condition. Destiny, who had stuck close to Zack, shivered a little. Don't you think it's a little odd that the moment I touched the door it opened? Destiny imputed? They must have meant inputted, as her flashlight was shaking a little from her shivers. I don't think it was because you touched it, Dest. Zack tried to reassure but fell flat to Destiny. Then what caused it then, Destiny shot back, no longer shaking as she focused on Zack, who looked sheepish. Casper, Zack suggested off the top of his head, causing Destiny to roll her eyes. Casper ain't real, you idiot. Destiny commented, looking away. Zack looked offended at her comment for a few seconds before he seemed to suddenly realize something, and a stupid smirk grew on his face. Are you scared of ghosts? Zack asked teasingly. Destiny huffed, shaking her head no in denial, but Zack knew. He could read her like a book sometimes. Sure, Dest, whatever you say, Zack responded, not believing her at all. I get the reference, obviously, Casper the Ghost, but, like, supposedly this story is taking place in 2221, so, like, roughly 195 years from now. Casper came out, like, Casper the Friendly Ghost, the movie came out in, like, the 1980s. Would people still know what that movie is in 230 years? I don't remember
They
it
might
being...
have-
Oh, 1995, my bad. I don't remember it being one of the greats of cinema history. I mean, it's good. It's a good kids movie. Like, I don't know. What do you think?
I think it depends on how many people continue to reference them or make unwanted remakes of films
good
that
point.
have.
Good point. Very good point. Yeah, Disney does like making remakes of shit that sucks. Let's see. The group continued the exploration in silence for another 10 minutes before Destiny suddenly screamed, causing it to echo all down the dark hallways, making Zack and Dr. Marco wince and cover their ears. Only once the scream had faded did Zack start laughing, causing both Destiny and Dr. Marco to look at him. Not impressed, but he didn't care. He got Destiny good. Get bent, Zack, Destiny grumbled as she stormed off down the hallway, only to feel a sort of electric tingle dance across her skin, leading her to place her hand on a blended panel in the wall which zapped both her and itself. Destiny pulled her hand away, silently cursing, when slowly, one by one, the hallway lights turned on, giving them a full view of just how huge the hallway was, and the fact that they had almost walked right past a sealed-off room that looked blended with the wall. Wow, how did you do that? Zack asked. Amazed at Destiny stared down at her suddenly pain-free hand. I don't know, Destiny responded in an almost whisper. If you two are done acting like children, I do believe I've found the control room. Dr. Marco called to them from the blended door Destiny had noticed when the lights turned on. Destiny and Zack hurried to Dr. Marco's side, who only looked at Destiny and gently took her wrist, much to her confusion, only to realize that what he was doing when he moved her hand so her palm was facing towards the door. Together, she gently placed her palm on the door, causing the same electric tingly feeling all over her skin before once again getting zapped by the door, causing her to recoil her hand from Dr. Marco's grip as the door opened with a loud screech of metal. The trio entered the dark room through the lights, or no. The trio entered the dark room, though the lights started to turn on by themselves, almost as if it sensed their presence. It seemed that everything in here was giant-sized, though they did spot a few human-sized metal stairs and catwalks that lined the huge consoles. However, they looked rusted and quite worse for wear. What a mess. Looks like my ex's place, Zack commented, trying to break the seemingly taut tension that had started to build the minute they entered the room. Destiny, who placed a foot on some steps, only slightly wincing at the creak it gave, couldn't bite back her comment. Oh, please, more like your Destiny didn't get to finish a loud bang as a loud bang caused her to jump in fright, only to realize Dr. Marco somehow was already on the rusted catwalk and examining one of the consoles. What was she trying? Was she trying to say, like, Pinar? Is that what she was trying to say?
Dungeon.
Yeah, like, I don't get what she's trying to. Yeah, Cumjin. What is she saying there? I don't even know. Destiny and Zack and Destiny looked at each other in confusion, since there didn't seem to be another way up except past Destiny, and she was sure Dr. Marco was behind Zack, but pushed it aside as it was quite possible he had found another staircase they missed in their first glance over. Destiny was the first person to find something of interest. Dr. Marco, over here. Destiny called as she used her sleeve to wipe off some of the dust from the console she'd been checking out, revealing writing engraved into the console. Space Bridge Systems. Dr. Marco and Zack came over, and Dr. Marco's eyes widened ever so slightly as he saw the words. What the hell is a space... Oh, no. What the hell is a space bridge, Zack asked. Dr. Marco remained silently. So Destiny answered. Could be some sort of transport system, she suggested with a shrug of her shoulders. Dr. Marco straightened up, fixing his jacket and process almost in an anxious way. Let's have a look in the morning as it's getting late. We shouldn't touch anything until we have a team here to analyze, Dr. Marco suggested as if it was more of an order. Before either Dr. Marco and Destiny could stop him, Zack leaned over Destiny's shoulder and pressed a button before she could grab his wrist and stop him. The trio waited with bated breath, but nothing changed or blew up in their faces. Did they let out a sigh of relief?
He's asking the viewers on this one. I don't think he did.
Wait, no. I think I read it wrong. The trio waited with bated breath, but nothing changed. But when nothing changed or blew up in their faces, did they let out a sigh of relief? Okay, it is correct. I just read it wrong.
Damn.
That was incredibly stupid, Zack, Destiny scolded, crossing her arms. Dr. Marco agreed with a nod of his head, but Zack shrugged it off.
Is it above the fucking city?
Look, nothing happened, so it's okay. Plus, do we even know what powers this primitive station? Zack pointed out. Dr. Marco had clearly had enough since he had grabbed the back of Zack's jacket and started to move him towards the stairs. Something we can look at tomorrow. Let's get some sleep, Dr. Marco responded. Destiny stood up out of the chair she'd been sitting in that had seen better days, glancing at the console with a strange urge to touch it. Like all their questions would be answered if she touched it. I'm gonna get a drink, hold on. Living up to her namesake, Destiny placed her hands on the console, causing it to suddenly power on itself and multiple other system consoles around her. Just like that, without even knowing how she did it, Destiny had created herself a brand new destiny. One that would be filled with new friendships, family, and lots of pain. Wow, Destiny murmured, looking at her hands in amazement. Sure, turning lights and opening doors were cool, but she just brought an ancient system online by mere touch. What did you do? Dr. Marco demanded. His voice, while curious, was laced with a hidden anger, almost like he knew exactly what the console had done when it activated. Destiny didn't detect the anger, though Zack did, and he was looking at the famous doctor feeling a mixture of confusion and trepidation, not understanding why he would be mad at Destiny for making an important discovery for humanity. I just touched it, Destiny answered, still in amazement. Meanwhile, on the other side of the universe, location, Cybertron, council chambers. What are you thinking of this story so far, Chounch?
So far,
Yeah.
my main focus is the characters, since that's what it seems to be focusing on right now.
Yeah, a lot of dialogue.
I think
It's big dialogue.
lots of dialogue. The voice you gave Destiny, I believe, fits perfectly, given she sounds like a stupid bitch.
Yeah, I
And-
mean, I almost feel like, I don't know what her character is, obviously. You know, we've gotten maybe 3 pages of her, and so, you know, you can't display the character that much. But yeah,
Not to mention, these are also going based off of the actual characters, and none of us remember or more likely seen any of the
well,
original film. And
I
whatnot.
don't think these 3 characters are like real characters from the show. I think these are fan fiction characters. I'm pretty sure like these 3 are OC's original creations. Do not steal. That's my guess.
I want to feel like I'm driving a BMW when I'm driving.
And so I'm assuming the author made those 3 up. I guess I could check real quick. Let's see. Dr. Marco.
Chicken hamburger.
Fuck off. Transformers. Dr. Morocco is a person in Transformers, but not.
This art style reminds me of Wild Kratts.
Yeah, a little bit, but not Dr. Marco. I'm assuming the other 2 also are not characters. They're probably fan fiction OCs. All right.
That being said,
what?
So that being said,
Yeah.
not really much I can base it off of. We had the prologue, exposition, what you want to call it, and then we had dialogue time with the characters.
I feel like
I
that
think it's time to see what
prologue
happened in Cybertron.
I feel like that prologue was so long. I felt like it could have. I understand, you know, it's got all the lore of fucking Transformers in it, but like, hey, that shit was long, man.
How much you weigh?
That was long. Probably a lot. All right, let's see what we got. Location: Cybertron Council Chambers. The council chamber is empty except for a lone guard post, which has a guard casually snoozing away. A new figure enters the chamber, looks around the area before their optics landed on the sleeping guard. The newcomer shakes their head, seemingly disappointed, before silently walking over to the sleeping guard. Pulling out a strange device from his subspace, he flicks a switch, placing it right next to the sleeping guard before stepping back and covering their audio sensors with their servos. There was silence for a second before a loud ringing sound came from the device, and since the chamber was empty, it echoed all throughout, increasing its loudness. The sleeping guard falls over on their rear, startled with the newcomer, while the newcomer shuts the device off while also laughing at the stunned guard. That never gets... I'm gonna give it a man voice. That never gets old, the newcomer commented, wiping a non-existent tear from their optics. The guard stood up, glaring at the newcomer for the frightening wake-up call. Waspinator was awake. Rat Trap is cruel with that prank, Waspinator complained. Rat Trap didn't really care, though, as he shrugged it off, putting the device away. Yeah, sure. There was suddenly a dull beeping sound, which was associated with the power surge alert systems as the council chamber lights up, and a large holographic screen appeared showing a map of Cybertron and a blinking red spot that seemed to have been the cause of the alert. What is that? Rat Trap questioned to himself more than Waspinator as they both analyzed the data that was being shown on screen. Waspinator has deciphered the signal, Waspinator comments after a few minutes of him messing with the data on the screen. So what is it, Microbrain? Rat Trap asked, though his tone was more forceful. Waspinator will not tell you until you apologize. I fucking hate Waspinator. This dude's a loser. What does this guy look like? He's got to be real. What's he look like? Waspinator. What a fucking goober. He looks like he would sound like that. He doesn't even turn into a wasp. He turns into like a bee. That's a fat. I mean, I guess that's a wasp. That's a fat.
That'd be like a
fucking wasp,
hornet?
though. Maybe, yeah. It could be like one of them Asian hornets, those death hornets or whatever. Man, this guy's a goober. Goober design. Waspinator responded, folding his arms in to show a strong facade, which Rat Trap didn't buy for a second. Tell Waspinator where I'm going to oh wait, that's Rat Trap. Tell Waspinator where I'm going to stick my foot if he doesn't do what I say. Rat Trap finished firmly, leaning towards Waspinator. Waspinator immediately broke under the look. The signal is coming from a part of the old Decepticon headquarters on the far side of the planet. The Dead Zone. Rat Trap looked surprised and wary at Waspinator's answer before nodding. Dispatch Silverbolt and Black Arachnia to investigate. Rat Trap ordered firmly. The Dead Zone was aptly named since it was the only part of the planet that remained scarred from the Great War. Granted, when the planet had gone through its organic transformations, it gained some life, but Botanica had mentioned a few times that the area was just coated in death and evil, and no one should ever enter it without a damn good reason. Oh god, we got more fucking characters. Silverbolt speeds through the air. Attached to him is a web where Black Arachnia is hung from, though she obviously wasn't too happy about the transport arrangements. What do you think I should give to Black Arachnia for a voice chonch?
Clara.
All right. This would be a lot easier if I had a saddle. Black Arachnia commented dryly. Silverbolt just chuckled. Okay. I'm just gonna. All right. Fear not.
Give him
darling.
the Waspinator voice.
Waspinator 2. Fear not, my darling. I will slow down if it's too fast. He suggested trying to be a gentleman, but Black Arachnia, even after all this time, wasn't swayed by it. So instead of speaking, she spits venom on him and causing him to yelp and fly faster. Is Silverbolt a cuck? What the fuck?
I feel like these voices really put it in perspective.
I don't even know what this guy looks like. The pair fall silent as they cross into the Dead Zone. It was truly a sight to behold, even for how dark and morbid it was. Thankfully for unnerved Maximals, it only took a few minutes before they arrived at the beacon source. Impossible, Black Arachnia comments quietly as they approached the Decepticons' main HQ that had, back in the early stages of the Great War, been the main form of link between Cybertron and Earth. The pair landed outside the sealed blast doors that had long since been overgrown during the techno-organic transformation of the planet. Yet the overgrowth looked sickly, almost dead-like. Dead-like. Black Arachnia, without much hesitation, blasts the doors wide open, making Silverbolt a little surprised at her forceful entry. We were told to investigate, not destroy the place. Silverbolt reminded as the smoke cleared, revealing an opening. Ops? Was his only response as Black Arachnia set the pace entering the entrance, leaving Silverbolt no choice but to follow. Ops. His ops are in there, Chonch. Despite it being dark, there was no issue for both Maximals as their optics adjusted their visual settings, allowing them to see their surroundings. This place has seen better days, Silverbolt commented as he tried not to feel intimidated by the sheer size difference of the place. It was abandoned after the Decepticons were purged from Cybertron in the Great War. Optimus himself sealed the door, Black Arachnia educated as they continued to search for the source of the alert. It was until Silverbolt had removed a broken sheet of metal from a huge panel that he seemingly found the source of the alert. I think I read that backwards, but it means the same thing. It was a red flashing light that, while Silverbolt didn't recognize it, Black Arachnia certainly did. The space bridge beacon, Black Arachnia spoke quietly. Her tone was surprised and a little unnerved. Silverbolt was also shocked, but for a different reason.
I thought the space bridges fell out of use when the Autobots took Cybertron from the Decepticons before Unicron.
This fucking hurts my throat. Silverbolt responded. Black Arachnia shook her head. It shouldn't be possible. We better contact Commander Cheater. Oh man, these names are good. Was her only statement as Silverbolt activated his comm, which directly linked him to Cheater, who was tying up business on the far side of the planet.
Yeah.
Commander Cheater, do you copy?
There was a bit of static before a heavy sigh could be heard over the comm. Silverbolt, we've been over this. You are a friend and can call me Cheater. Cheater pointed out.
Yes, Commander. I mean Cheater.
Silverbolt responds, correcting himself hastily. So what is the report, Silverbolt? Oh god, this is gonna be like half a paragraph of that voice. Silverbolt straightened up subconsciously at the order.
We have located the signal source. It is from an alert system from the old space bridge at the old Decepticons HQ.
I'm on my way. Cheater immediately responded before cutting the comm off. God fucking damn it, dude. Alright. Location unknown. Scorponok Main Hall. In an empty void of space, a large hunk of machinery floats endlessly. Inside, a beacon is blinking slowly, which triggers the machinery's operation systems, causing one of the stasis pods to open, revealing a large Cybertronian. The large Cybertronian steps out and stretches. Fuck. God, what voice do I do for this guy?
What's his name?
I don't know. Free at last. He comments, heading to the command room where he finds the blinking beacon on the console. It can't be. At this moment, Scourge, Cyclonius, and 2 sweeps arrive in the command room, also having just woken up. God fucking damn it, why are there so many characters? I'm making this fucker. I'm making Scourge French. Oh, how long have we been asleep, mon ami? Scourge asked. Galvatron pressed a switch. Okay, so it must be Galvatron is the other one. Galvatron pressed a switch at the console, read back the data. Over 200 years. The command room falls into a pit of silence until an annoying voice pitched in. Oh, fuck.
What have you what have you discovered, Galvatron?
Zarak demanded. Galvatron turned to the puny organic they so desired to squish. How did you wake up? Galvatron demanded. Zarak looked smart.
I had the computer link my pod with yours. Should you awaken, I would too.
So you don't trust me? Was Galvatron's only response. Zarak, for his part, didn't look unnerved at the huge Cybertronian glaring down at him as he responded, Never. Galvatron grabs his SIC, dragging him aside, out of hearing range of Zarak and the sweeps. I swear I'm going to rip that organic apart, Galvatron stated, bloodthirsty. Cyclonius held up his hands, trying to placate his leader.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Galvatron, please, we need him.
I like the one with the fucking...
But Galvatron wasn't interested in listening to his SIC pleas, shoving him aside. Out of my way, we must go. Oh, fuck.
How do you plan to do that? At the current speed, it'll take us another 3,000 years to reach Cybertron.
Zarak inquired. Galvatron let a dark smirk cross his face. Then we need another alternative.
It's over the underwear. I don't like.
How much fucking longer is this? Okay, it's only like 5 more paragraphs. All right. Location: Cybertron, Old Decepticon HQ. Cheater, Botanica, Rat Trap, and Waspinator arrive only to be greeted by Silverbolt, who led the way to where Black Arachnia has created a temporary platform so they could reach the large consoles easier. Waspinator likes this place. Waspinator comments. What?
Silverbolt has the more Waspinator voice than Waspinator.
Yes, I'm aware. Rat Trap scoffed on his side. Oh fuck! What did I do for Rat Trap? Was it? It wasn't Country. That was Cheetor. Rat Trap was like, reminds you of your old comrades, doesn't it? Rat Trap snarked. That's what I'm going with. Rat Trap snarked. Waspinator crossed his arms, glaring at Rat Trap. Waspinator was not a Decepticon. Waspinator defended. Rat Trap rolled his eyes. No, but you were a Predacon. Waspinator turns and accidentally hits Rat Trap with his tail. Rat Trap immediately hits him in return, resulting in the pair scuffling around the room, much to the other's annoyance. Knock it off, you two, Cheater ordered. Rat Trap kicks Waspinator off him, which catches Waspinator off guard, causing him to fall into a large tube. The tube's doors immediately close, trapping Waspinator inside. He put him in the cum jar. He just put him in the cum jar. Poor bastard. Oh no, let Waspinator out! This is so fucking stupid. Waspinator banged on the huge sealed door to no avail. Waspinator notices a bright light filling the chamber as he starts to bang harder on the doors more frantically, but due to both their size and thickness, none of his comrades on the other side could hear him. This is not going to be good for Waspinator. Waspinator narrates to himself as the light engulfs him. The white. I want the story to end right here, and Waspinator just gets fucking atomized. Just fucking dies. When the light faded, the doors opened, revealing an empty chamber. Cheater turned to Rat Trap, furious. Rat Trap! But Rat Trap rolled the words off him with a shrug and said, he had it coming. Rat Trap immediately responded. Cheater sighed heavily before turning to Black Arachnia and Silverbolt, who were crunching the data. Why the fuck are you still asking Silverbolt questions? Fuck! Silverbolt, what happened? Cheater inquired. Unfortunately, both Silverbolt and Black Arachnia were stumped.
Still looking through the data!
Silverbolt responded, feeling guilty. Cheater sighed. This day just couldn't get worse. Well,
He was in the jar.
what do you think about this story?
I think it has potential.
Yeah, it's pretty good. When was this posted, anyways? I didn't even look.
Yo, look at my sweater.
2021. Okay, I don't think this is getting a fucking. I don't think this is getting a sequel. It's been 5 years.
This ain't gonna be good for Wasp.
I just realized it reminded me of the voice from that slug lady, Monsters Inc.
Oh yeah, yeah. I wonder if this. Let's see if this person's posted a second one.
I'm pretty warm. I've had
Yeah, it doesn't look like this ever got a sequel.
I don't want that. I'm going back to sleep.
That's Dan.
Yeah.
Just leave that weird snake condom on the floor.
So I guess what do we think Silverbolt looks like before I look him up?
I think he actually looked pretty good.
You think so? Yeah, he's kind of basic. He just looks like basic Transformer.
Wait a minute. Oh, never mind. For a second, I'm thinking he was the guy that turned into a gun. My bad.
This looks like John Transformer. Do we think Black Arachnia is a real character?
What the hell even is that?
Might be.
I think she probably is.
Evil woman.
What the fuck?
Looks
She does
something
just
straight out of Ben 10.
Yeah, she looks like from a different show.
You really be moving like that?
She doesn't even look like a Transformer. Are these maximal things actually real? Is that like a real thing in Transformers?
It might be like a newer thing.
Let's see. They are a real thing. Okay, so it's from Transformers Beast Wars, which is what the intro kind of said. Okay.
You think this is... Actually, never mind.
What?
Yeah. Fucking
Nah.
fucking
So
flamethrower
the
too.
Maximals are a faction of Cybertronian animals in the Transformers universe, serving as heroes and descendants of the Autobots. Introduced in Beast Wars series and featured in Rise of the Beasts, they are smaller, more fuel efficient, and often possess organic style skins that blend with natural environments. They are led by Optimus Primal and fight to protect life, opposed by the
I
Predacons.
totally forgot.
Okay.
Dead ass.
What's a Predacon?
I think that's what that Waspinator guy was.
And then
Waspinator.
Waspinator.
Like backup to arrive.
What the fuck does Optimus Primal look like? He got mentioned, but I want to know what he looks like.
In MGS3, all the bosses.
Oh, he's a gorilla. Hell yeah.
Goofy.
That's based.
Like everyone.
That's
literally
fucking
just
based.
explodes.
He's a big ass
Everyone literally just
gorilla.
explodes.
I like that. I like that a lot.
He's a monkey.
He is a big monkey. Large ape even. Alright, what did you think of the story altogether, Chonch? I know you said you thought it had potential. What else? Any criticisms?
I like the council sitting at the table in the dining room.
Yeah.
Granted, I'm not a story writer,
Yeah.
and I might be saying some things out of place or whatnot.
Where is my fishing rods?
Yeah.
There they are.
They're in the back of the blue van.
Actually, now rethinking my thoughts. I was going to say something about being exposition,
Use my back sheet.
Yeah.
but now thinking about it,
Yes.
now thinking about it,
Oh my fucking god.
I can't really come with a fully fleshed out thought, since
Jagger.
just because there wasn't enough in there, you know.
Yeah. I don't know.
Because a lot of it was just dialogue heavy, and it was setting the scene for what's to come.
Yeah, it felt like it. I'm assuming this was supposed to continue at some point, and they just made it a one-off.
Can you use other types of bugs or just?
I'm assuming that's what happened.
I mean,
They just didn't want to keep making it.
Crickets and shit.
maybe.
That was just yeah, that was just an odd. I mean, I don't know anything about Transformers. That was not my jam as a child. So this is kind of odd to me. I don't really know what I'm supposed to think about it.
I feel so evil.
Honestly, I was more fascinated with the toys as a kid.
Oh, it's raining. I should be able to.
I never really got into the
That's a-
toys either.
See, I got them because they were cool, and then I had a little segment where I thought scalping people was cool, but that's a different story.
Yeah.
Store.
I was more into like Legos and what else? What else did I like? I did Beyblades for a while when those were a thing. Bakugan.
God, I wish I still had mine.
I had a metal Bakugan. That was pretty cool.
I
Yeah.
remember Bakugan. Man, I remember. I think Nico had his spark set,
Into the bag.
Yeah.
and my dumbass thought it was a good idea to put oil or coat them in oil and see if they just catch fire from sparking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nothing happened, but cardboard box did catch fire.
Yeah.
Someone needs a mod where I can play.
Yeah, I don't know. This one
Man,
was...
did you ever play the Bakugan game on the Wii?
No, I didn't have a Wii. I had a Nintendo
Ah,
DS and an Xbox.
While you're playing Zomboid.
Yes.
Yeah, I was one of the few households in America that didn't have a Wii in the years of between 2006 and 2011.
It's nice to look back on, but now thinking about it, it really wasn't all that.
I just
Then
remember
again, I
all of my
mostly just
friends
played
and,
Just Dance and fucking Mario.
yeah, all of my friends had Wiis, and I remember trying to play Modern Warfare on my friend's Wii, and it was horrendous. It was fucking awful.
My 300-pound
It was so hard to play.
I'm not 300 pounds.
I also had, I think I had Modern Warfare 2 on my DS, and it was actually just not functional. You could not play it. Like, half the controls just didn't work. I don't know if I just had a bum copy or what.
I was
But yeah,
I
just-
remember there was a Call of Duty one for the DS.
yeah.
God, the zombies mode was so fucking scary because the minute you get hit, it's just an instant kill or instant down.
Was it? Yeah.
And there was co-op, but I don't
How about
know.
Black Ops 1?
I think so. You were able to play it on the DS. Still would have had it, and then I fucking broke it.
Your
Very
DS or the
disappointing.
copy of the game?
DS.
Oh yeah.
Can I hear you, Nico?
With their friends.
Yeah, I don't know. I think this story was really like exposition heavy. But again, you know, if this was supposed to be the start to a bigger story and they wrote this for somebody that didn't know anything about the Transformers universe or had maybe a basic knowledge of it and wasn't super deep into the lore like this person, I guess, you know, it's fair enough. This is a fair enough story. Kind of sad it didn't continue a little bit. Also kind of happy because I don't think my throat would have survived another Silver Boulder Waspinator dialogue line. I would, out of 10, I know this is the first one we've ever done, but out of 10, what would you give this?
It's a yeah, I was gonna say 6.7 for the shits and giggles, but realistically, I'm giving it about a 8.6.
Yeah, I'd probably give it a 7, just because there were a lot of like, not even so much the spelling issues that I can get around. It was the pacing of the story itself with the missing grammar points, like apostrophes and commas and breaks, like sentence breaks, line breaks, periods. There was a lot of those that were lacking, and it was kind of throwing off the way I was reading it. I suppose that actually I'll move it up to a 7.5 because part of the suffering of this story was just me giving the characters really hard to do voices and then forgetting halfway through what their voices were because they didn't show up for 6 paragraphs. That's my own fault, I think. But yeah, I don't know. Brandon, do you want to score this at all? You came in halfway through. I don't know if you.
I
were
have
even
no
listening.
opinion.
Fair enough. All right. Well, yeah, that was a good story. Good story. I hope to do this again.
The only
sometime.
thing I listened to was Chunks destroyed some toys with oil.